feeding all the big rattlesnakes today. So don't go nowhere. It's going to be a fun episode. Hey y'all, welcome back to Venomcentral. Today we're feeding all the big rattlesnakes. This is a every 2 or 3 week thing that we do here. We don't feed them a whole bunch, but today's the day all the big dogs eat. So don't forget to like, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and hang in there because we're going to have some fun today. We're going to feed all the big crazy rattlesnakes, and we got to move some around, we've got to pull some out and separate them so they don't end up biting each other. I don't like to feed snakes in unison. So hang in there, guys. We're going to just have some fun today. Okay, to start out, we're going to feed our big basiliscus. And you've seen this before, but I'm actually going to have to catch the female out of this cage and separate her from the male because she's a mean bitch and she hogs up all the food. So we've got to separate them because what's going to happen is if you put a live rat in there with 2 snakes, sometimes the snake ends up biting the other snake. And yeah, they can survive it, but it's not good for them. I've seen snakes die from the same species bite each other. Just depends on where the fangs get placed. They can hit an internal organ, they can hit something and damage it, and it can hurt them. I've seen snakes bite each other and swell up, and they're fine a couple days later. But I don't take that chance. I move them and I separate them. I make sure they're a good distance apart if I have to even move them out of the damn cage to keep them safe. And then we'll feed them up and then we'll put them back together because this is breeding season. So I'm going to go ahead and catch this big female Proteus basiliscus out of here, and we're going to put her in our feed container here. We're going to bump him back out of the way. I'm not going to reach my hand nowhere near that big rascal. Okay, and she is a big girl. What a beautiful rattlesnake. And she's behaving today. And generally these guys are pretty docile, but they have their moments, so we're going to support her weight. We're going to feed her in this tub. When we close her up, we're going to let her calm down in there for a little bit, get in a little coil, settle in, then we're going to give her a rat. And the male is already boogied into his hide box, so he'll turn around there and we're going to give him a rat. But we're going to go ahead and feed some other snakes right now. So I'm going to separate them inside the cage. I'm going to give them enough distance where they can't bite each other, okay? Because why risk that? Why have them nail each other and potentially hurt each other when we can just simply move one and get it a safe distance from the other one, and then go ahead and feed them. And a lot of times you would think, well, okay, you're disturbing them, you're moving their hide box, you know. It doesn't mess with them, they still eat. If a snake is healthy and got a good feeding response, doesn't matter what you do to it, it's going to eat regardless. If it doesn't eat, it's just not hungry. And I'm going to keep a safe distance. See him? He's already beating on me. He's like, all right, buddy, you just pulled me off my chick. And I'm not digging it, but we're going to get him outside the hide box, and we're going to feed her inside the hide box. And notice I use my stick for everything. I'm not putting my hands nowhere in there. And you would think that all this disturbing them is going to alter the way that they're going to eat, but it won't. Now, if he refuses to eat, it's literally because he's in breeding mode, but I still offer it to him. He might not want to eat, but then again, I offer it. If he takes it, great. If he doesn't, it isn't going to matter. He's fed up good all year, so he's got great body weight, and I feed him good all year so he can make it through this stressful time, because it's stressful on him. I've got a female in the box, and I got the male over here. He's out, so we're gonna feed him first. Let's see if we get a strike here. Oh, that a boy. See, even after moving him and bumping him and moving him around, he's still going to eat. He's a good boy. And I'm doing my dead rat dance. We're going to jiggle them around. I want him to envenomate that rat. I want a good dose of venom in that rat to help him start digesting it. Little girl. Oh yeah, see that, guys? She came right out and snatched it right up. And she's going to hang on to it. And that's how you need a tropical ship feed. Yep. Okay, we're going to move on and quick pop a rat in here with this big 6-foot female basiliscus. Let's make her stretch for it. Oh, you big lazy girl. Are you that fat where you can't grab a rat no more? Alright, she bit it and she didn't hang on to it, but she will eat it. She rarely ever misses a meal. And we'll leave that right there for her. And we're going to move over and we're going to drop down 2 units and feed the big male. And let's see if big guy's ready here. He grabbed it, folks, but you're not going to see him. He grabbed it and pulled it in the hide box, which was very uneventful. But just to get a rat in everybody's jaws. You can see that Zobcon, he's already lined it up. He's going to start swallowing it. Okay, as you can see, I have another pair of Zobcons in here. And this is the male. He's coiled up outside of his hide, and the female's in the hide. So that's a perfect opportunity to feed these guys. And once again, if he eats, I don't know. This is breeding season, but it's out of the way of the female, and we'll keep him from biting her. And oh, there we go. Very good. And he's gonna eat, which pleases me. I hate to see them go off feed, especially during breeding season, because they'll run themselves damn near to death. They're kind of like people. They get one thing on their mind, and that's it. You're going to forget about eating. And what we're going to do is, we're going to close him up there. Okay, and we're going to quick feed this little girl that's in the box. I'm not going to get my hands nowhere near that. Okay. You can lean over here, honey. I'm going to have her grab this from over here. That a girl. And this is just a great snake. She'll eat anywhere. She'll eat on the floor. She'll eat in the box. She'll eat in the cage. And that's why she's reached this monstrous size, because she has an appetite. Even when she's gravid, she eats. She doesn't take time off. And we're going to give her her dead rat dance. And what we'll do is, after she consumes this rat and that big male is done with his rat, we'll put them back together. Everybody's safe. Nobody suffered a bite. Nobody's been envenomated by their better half. Okay, so we have 1 rat left because we had one of our rattlesnakes that didn't feed. And as always, the gaboons get the excess. They're just little pigs, and we try not to overfeed the gaboons, but these are growing, so it won't hurt them. And there goes the eyeball. Tick-tock, and it's waiting for it to get in range. Oh, that was awesome. Now that was a strike. Oh my goodness. I never get tired of that. That was hella cool, wasn't it? And this is one of the females. And she just came out there like gangbusters. Oh, I have a sick sense of humor. What I find funny, other people would think that I'm demented, but just the capabilities of these animals is just, it's awesome. It is literally awesome what they can do. But we're going to close her up and let her go ahead and enjoy that. Okay, and our big boy has choked down his rat. And He's such a beast. But what we're going to have to do is, because he's in feed mode, even though he just ate a big rat, we're going to kind of bump him over a little bit. We're going to catch this female back out of this tub and put her back in where she belongs. Okay, everybody's ate, so we're going to bump this big guy over just so we don't incite a strike on his female when we put her back in the cage. Because literally, he just ate, he's still in feed mode, and if she's got any kind of a scent of a rat on her, or even if she's got a warm spot on her, he might just bite her. You know, she's going to be hooked and moved in there, but he's in a position where he can light her ass up. So there's a little trick I do, and I want to show it to you. Now, even with this big guy he just ate, it's not going to hurt him. It's just going to bump him. We're going to get him to go in his hide box before I put this female back, just so she doesn't suffer a bite from him. Okay, see, and what I'm going to do is, you see, I got my mister here, and I'm going to give him a light spray around his head and that. I'm going to confuse him. I don't want him picking up a heat signature or thing, and normally he will boogie into his box because he doesn't dig getting sprayed, but this will throw him off of that behavior that he's doing right now. And sometimes you got to spray him a little bit. He's like, no, I think I'll just have a drink instead. Hey, buddy, you know where to go. Get in there. Go on. Go on, Bubba. And it works like a charm. See, now this just keeps her safe when I insert her back into this unit. And it gets him out of the way without me having to hook him and move him and try to run him in there and poke at him or prod at him. Just a little bit of spray and he'll shoot into the box. Now I call this conditioning, and I do this kind of stuff with crocodiles. I condition them to do what I want them to do to keep everybody safe. Now, check it out. Look how easy that was. Now, it takes a while to get a snake to do that, but he done it pretty quick. Okay, so now we can open this up safely. He's in his hide box. I'm not in the way. He ain't going to reach out and tag me. And I can put her back in safely without her suffering a bite from his big ass. And I'm kind of going to do the same thing with her. I'm going to give her just a light spray just to take that rat scent off of her. Just so she doesn't have the smell of a rat, and so she doesn't have a warm spot because she just ate a warm rat. It just keeps both the animals safe. And it's just these little tricks that help keep your animal from taking a bite from the other one, you know? So we're going to lift this thing up here. I don't like lifting this damn thing with my hands. I kind of get it started with the hook, and then I'll lift it up. Let's see where she's at. Oh, she's done. Good girl. And I'll give her just a little light spray on her head also. And it doesn't trip them out. It doesn't stress them out. Now, I used to do this with the big pythons when I feed them and put them back together when I was working in Serpentarium, because they work a lot on smell and heat signature too. But it keeps them from attacking each other, but it works well with the rattlesnakes too. Just a little squirt. Okay, now she just took a pretty good rat, so I'm gonna be careful with her. I don't want her to regurgitate. I don't want to upset her too much. But we're gonna hang her over, and we're gonna grab her, and we're gonna let her slide right in there, nice and easy, just like that. That's a good girl. And you can probably see a little bit of water beads on her. We just kind of washed her down a little bit. And that's just how easy it is. Don't try to feed them together, laying next to each other. They're going to end up hurting each other sooner or later. It will happen, trust me. Because I've seen it a million times. I've had guys bring me snakes, and they're like, man, the other one bit this one, and their heads are all swollen and distorted, and sometimes they die, sometimes they don't. But take them little extra precautions, separate them, feed them in separate containers, or put one on one end of the cage, feed one in the high box, one outside of the box, and when they're done, give them a little squirt, run them off. So, keeps them safe, keeps them healthy, and you don't want your beautiful animals damaged. So, just a little tidbit for you guys. We're going to move on and jump to another little project here. Okay, just an update on our Gila Monster project. We've got 4 babies out the egg. We've got a couple more eggs still to hatch, and look at that, isn't that adorable? They are little smokers. Oh my God, I had no idea they were going to be this beautiful. But we're pretty excited about this. Just a quick little update on our Gilas. Hope y'all liked this little quick episode today. We're just bouncing around a snake room having fun. The Gilas are doing great, and we got a couple more to go. But I hope this helps you. You can see how I quick feed things and kind of maneuver snakes around and what I do to keep them safe if I'm housing animals together. But don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and check back in with Venomcentral. We got a lot more coming. So please stay with us, share, help us grow, join us on this ride. So Willie, Venomcentral, checking out. Later.